My name is Cynthia Bastidas. I'm the founder of Semillita Productions based out of New York City. I received the micro grant for equipment rental. The project is called I'm Not My Hair. We're planning, it's very early stages. We're in pre-production now, and we're hoping that it will be a feature documentary. Cristina Garcia Leon considers herself a proud Afro-Boricua, but when she looks in the mirror, her chemically straightened hair shows otherwise. After 40 years of treatments, Cristina transitions to her natural hair, discovering her true beauty and fully embraces her Afro-Latinidad. I'm the producer and the director. We are going to be looking for an actual documentary producer because I don't have a lot of experience in that. But basically, with this equipment rental, what we did is we're doing like an initial documentary. Like if you're familiar with kind of like traditional documentary work, there's usually like one like baseline interview, and then the film kind of develops from that initial investigation. So what we did is we went ahead and we recorded that interview with a documentary subject. Her name is Cristina Garcia Leon, and we're going to use that footage and along with some B-roll that we've also took that we acquired. And we're going to make a sizzle reel so that we can hire more creatives, like a documentary producer, whatever. Like there's so many, I can go down the line of how many people we have to get interested, but also to get some financing. We're planning on doing a Kickstarter campaign, but also applying for other grants with institutions. Cristina's a friend of mine. We've been friends for many years. We know each other through, because we're both actors and writers. And so we met in a writers group, and then our friendship just blossomed. And she has been trying to transition to her natural hair for a long time. Apparently, she shared with me recently that she's kind of tried to do it more than, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 times, but she keeps making excuses. And after, with the whole thing with the pandemic and with the Black Lives Matter movement, she really started to, really take it seriously. And now that this conversation is out in the ether, she feels like there might be some support, some interest. And she just really feels compelled to try something like this. And in the interview that I did with her, she said that because I asked her, I said, why do you want to document this? And she basically, what she said was that she wanted to encourage other people to kind of just live in their own skin and be comfortable in their own skin. And and just so if she can help other people that feel like her, feel beautiful, feel comfortable in their own skin, and then she feels that she has done her work. And in terms of the Black Lives Matter movement, it's taking on some traction in the United States, but within the Latino community, not so much. And it's something in the Latino community that we don't really talk about, this colorism that exists. And so we're not trying to berate the community. We're not trying to embarrass the community. We just want to highlight, the Latino community is very diverse. And so there are certain parts of that community that are highlighted a bit more. And so we just want to show there's another part of the community that needs to be highlighted and celebrated as well. And if not now, then when? We just recently did the interview with Cristina, and I hired some collaborators from another project that I had done. I hired a director of photography and a grip and a gaffer. And the DP, she's a woman from Poland. She's a Polish immigrant. And then grip and gaff. He's a Chilean American man, right? So when they were listening to the interview, they were crew, so I wasn't really sure. Like, I said, you guys can stay and listen, just be quiet. But they were actually really interested. And then kind of when I was done asking questions, they each were like, oh, I want to ask a question. And I was like, oh my God, please. I asked Cristina if it was okay. And she said, yes, they can ask me a question if they like. And so they started asking her questions as well. And I was just kind of surprised that they would be interested in the project. And that even though they are, Paulo, he is Latino, but he's not a woman. And he's actually half Irish American and half Chilean, so he's a mixed race person. So he has his own perspective. And then Paulina, she's a blonde, blue-eyed Polish woman. But even then, they both kind of saw themselves in Cristina, kind of saw themselves through her story. And so it really tickled me, because I just realized the potential of this story and how universal it can be, and how it can really affect more than our target market. Or target market sounds so like business, but like on the surface, if you would ask me, who do you think this movie is for? Okay, well, this movie is for Afro-Latina women who really want to embrace their African heritage, right? But really, it's kind of for anybody who doesn't really fit into the norm of what is the correct or the right way to look and be in this society, in American society. So, I'm really excited about that. So I have a website, and we also are very heavy on Instagram. So the website is semillitaproductions.com. And semillita means little seed in Spanish. And then on Instagram, you can find us at Semillita Productions.